It's spelled
What?
F-U-E-N-T-E-S.
Think you spelled Carlson?
Fuentes. It's spelled O-W-E-N-S.
Oh, that's
spelled
shocking.
B-A-N-N-O-N.
Bannon.
It's spelled Marjorie Trader Green. You can
What?
figure that out yourself. And they're not alone.
Wow.
How are we going to attack the Mandamis and the Talibs and the Omars and the Sanders and the rest of them?
Damn, they're throwing us all in one big group.
This poison is spreading. We've got to take care of business. We can fight the enemy on the other side. But the problem is, the more daunting problem, the more complicated problem is when they're in our house.
That freedom of speech, man. That's the problem.
And I'm telling you, bro, that is a declaration of war. Because the past 2 years, right, while Israel's been fighting this fight, they kind of took their finger off the pulse of media. They were more concerned with, all right, we need to attack Gaza, attack Lebanon, attack Iran, wage this war with the 12-day war, etc. So what's kind of happened is they've been focusing more on the conflict versus controlling the media as usual.
Right.
Now that we have this ceasefire and the war in general is kind of over, even though they're still striking Gaza, now they have to basically fix the reputation that they've destroyed over the past 2 years. This is why Netanyahu's been running around doing more interviews. He did trigonometry, Tatum, PBD. There's one other he did. I'm trying to Nelk, which was
You
right.
can tell all that was deliberate.
Oh, 100%, and it's only 30 minutes. Right, I'm sure they gave the questions beforehand, etc. Softball interviews,
right? Because
they understand. Oh wow, we are losing influence in the United States. We need to repair our thing. So he started doing interviews. Larry Ellison buys TikTok, right? Now you can't talk about AIPAC and from the river to the sea and all this other stuff is banned, right? It's more Israel friendly. Jordana Cutler, head of relations over at Meta, they're starting to censor more now on Meta and Facebook. She used to work for Netanyahu directly. TikTok also hired a former IDF soldier, I think maybe from Unit 8200, to do the trusted safety at TikTok. Now Twitter, they changed the algorithm. Have you guys noticed more like pro-Israel stuff on your timeline? I've seen way more pro-Israel stuff, so they changed that. They started paying influencers $7,000. Netanyahu met with a bunch of them when he was here at the UN like a month ago, strategizing how they're gonna combat this. So basically, the Hezbollah police are starting to gear up and they're getting ready. And now with this coalition, I look at this as more of a declaration of war on anyone that has been critical of Israel, especially on the right. And now that they are done with the conflict for the most part, they're gearing up to do a mass censorship is what I think. Because, and I think the big reason why they're doing is in order to wage the war in Iran that they want, they do need US support. They can't do it themselves. So they're gonna have to alter the landscape a little bit to be more favorable before they go full on again with Iran. Because I think they're gonna try to hit them again either by the end of this year or sometime next year. So
I think if we go to war with Iran, that's gonna kill all the momentum Trump has. And
the
Party.
It'll mess them up.
Yeah.
Big time. And you know, I don't even like the fact that he bombed Iran.
What's the whole purpose behind that? They said they have the right to defend themselves. Well, they think Iran's going to build a nuke, and then they're going to nuke Israel.
Yeah.
And then why would anybody create a nuke? Why would somebody create a nuke just to start a nuclear war? It doesn't make no sense.
You know, it's funny because Israel's saying, oh, you guys